And so, you know, now I gotta kick his ass. But yo, I'm aware of the public sentiment on this fight. I got the whole world against me, but luckily for me, I believe what I believe.
Logan Paul states that he wants to avenge Jake's defeat. Via sports claim, Logan Paul wants to avenge Jake Paul by fighting Anthony Joshua.
Because I know a lot of like straight up boxers, and they absolutely felt that way.
Yeah.
Like this is what needed to happen. These guys can't come over from MMA and think they can box to the back.
Logan Paul's shock call-out of Anthony Joshua has left the boxing world stunned. After Jake Paul's jaw was shattered in a brutal knockout, Anthony didn't just win, he humiliated the Paul legacy. Now Logan, desperate for revenge, is posturing for a fight he realistically can't handle, turning hype and bravado into worldwide spectacle.
So absolutely nothing to lose against the guy who's got literally everything to lose. If I knock this dude out, because all it takes is one punch in the right spot, this will be the biggest upset in the history of sport.
Counterpunch boxing hits the nail on the head. Logan Paul stepping into the ring with Anthony Joshua would be a catastrophic mismatch. Joshua has already humiliated Jake Paul and left his jaw in ruins. Logan's bravado can't mask reality. Facing a true champion after his brother's destruction is a recipe for another public embarrassment.
If it happens, it would be the first time ever that two brothers were hospitalized by the same man. Avenge his brother or join him in the hospital. Box score, Sports Bible. Let me counterpunch. I think that Logan Paul fighting AJ, or should I say AJ fighting Logan Paul, would be more of a mismatch.
Logan Paul's desperate call-out is laughable. He wants to challenge Anthony Joshua after his brother Jake was already hospitalized and left humiliated. It's absurd bravado. Joshua demolished Jake with surgical precision, and now Logan, craving revenge, looks like a kid trying to bite a lion. The boxing world sees this stunt for what it is: pathetic hype, not a fight. Carl Froch doesn't hold back. He's practically wagging a finger at Logan Paul, exposing him as a walking circus act. After seeing Jake Paul flattened and hospitalized, Logan's audacious call-out of Anthony Joshua is laughably naive. Froch paints it perfectly. Logan's hype is all bark, no bite, and in a ring with AJ, he'd be outclassed before the first bell even rings.
Like I do anyway, but it's important that you understand what's going on in this fucking clown world. And listen,
Tony Bellew trolls Logan Paul mercilessly, calling out the sheer absurdity of him thinking he can step into AJ's world. After Jake's jaw was shattered, Logan's bravado seems cartoonish. Bellew frames it perfectly. This isn't a fight, it's a public humiliation waiting to happen. AJ's dominance makes Logan's posturing look like a child daring a lion, pathetic and dangerous only for him.
It's just madness. I can't get my head around it. I just don't believe he is going to be in the ring facing Josh.
Johnny Nelson doesn't hold back. He calls out Logan Paul for thinking he belongs in AJ's world. After seeing the sheer dominance and precision Anthony delivers in the ring, Logan's bravado looks ridiculous. Nelson frames it as a reality check. Logan's hype is all talk, and in a real fight, he would be completely exposed. Anthony's reputation alone casts a shadow over any fantasy Logan is selling.
I think he's had a reality check today to think, you know what, I've rinsed this as much as I can.
Duke McKenzie mercilessly mocks Logan Paul, pointing out that his bravado is laughable in a world where true boxing skill dominates. AJ operates on a level that Logan can't even comprehend, and every attempt at theatrics just highlights how unprepared he is. The boxing world sees through the spectacle. This is hype without substance, a mismatch waiting to happen.
They said, and everybody knows, he's not a real boxer. There's levels to this game, and he was way out of his level, way out of his...
Carl Froch tears into Logan Paul's antics like a referee cutting off a foolish competitor. The entire scenario is a circus, with Logan's challenge looking more like a desperate attempt at attention than a legitimate fight. Anthony Joshua's mastery and poise turn Logan's hype into comedy, exposing him as outclassed and completely out of his depth.
I might be wrong, but, you know, I'm just I'm just doing what I do. I'm giving my opinion from, like I've said earlier, decades of experience in the game. We're going to find out on with the...
Ariel Hawani perfectly captures the sheer terror Anthony Joshua commands in the ring. Jake Paul underestimated AJ's lethal combination of power, reach, and precision, thinking he could handle a heavyweight of this caliber. Each punch AJ threw was a stark reminder. Jake's bravado was laughable, his confidence shattered. Joshua's dominance isn't just physical, it's psychological. Every swing and counter showcased AJ's mastery while humiliating Jake publicly, turning his overconfidence into a lesson in humility. The boxing world witnessed a calculated, relentless force dismantling a fighter who had dared to overstep his level, proving that Anthony is the ultimate arbiter of respect in the ring.
And every time he threw a punch, I like wince, because he's a big man and he's an incredible boxer and he's still in his prime, and he's got a very long reach and he's got a lot of power in that right hand, and that left hook is terrifying as well, and so I thought it could end at any moment.
Duke McKenzie spares no words in roasting Jake Paul. After underestimating Anthony Joshua, Jake got the harshest lesson possible: a broken jaw. Every word emphasizes humiliation, painting Jake as reckless and overconfident. Anthony's victory wasn't just a knockout, it was justice, a statement to anyone thinking they can challenge a true champion. The crowd and boxing fans watched as arrogance crumbled under precision and power, proving Joshua's supremacy. Jake's bravado has been permanently dented, turning him from self-proclaimed tough guy into a cautionary tale for future challengers.
Anthony Joshua did that to him, because now he won't be able to talk like he does for a while. We won't have to listen to his book.
Eddie Hearn highlights the calculated precision of Anthony Joshua. Jake Paul's attempts to evade were futile. Anthony timed his punches perfectly, delivering a shot that would floor almost any fighter. While Eddie praises Jake's toughness, the humiliation is clear: his bravado couldn't survive AJ's technique. The broken jaw symbolizes not just defeat but a lesson in humility, showing that underestimating a champion of Joshua's caliber comes at a high cost. Fans saw the perfect blend of patience, timing, and raw power, cementing Anthony's legacy while exposing Jake Paul as out of his league.
So yes, it took AJ a couple of rounds to get hold of him, and then he knocked him spark out and broke his jaw. It was a frustrating 2-3 rounds maybe, because Jake was moving so much, holding.
Johnny Nelson cut straight to the truth. Jake Paul gained nothing but humiliation from this fight. Anthony Joshua exposed his lack of real competition experience, showing that talent and skill always prevail over hype. Every attempt Jake made was futile against AJ's calculated dominance. This fight didn't just break a jaw, it shattered inflated confidence, leaving Jake with a harsh reality check. Anthony's performance reinforced why he's a top-tier heavyweight, leaving spectators amazed and Jake's bravado in tatters. The lesson is crystal clear: skill always trumps self-promotion.
He didn't do anything for his career, for his bank account, everything. For his development, I don't think he did anything for his development, because he didn't have somebody in front of him that wanted to test his development.
Spencer Oliver perfectly breaks down Anthony Joshua's masterclass in patience and precision. Jake Paul's frantic movement and weak attempts to land punches were futile against AJ's tactical brilliance. Joshua allowed him to flounder like a scared rabbit before delivering the clean, fight-ending shot that snapped his jaw in two. This wasn't just a victory, it was a complete public humiliation. Jake's overconfidence crumbled under Anthony's calculated dominance. Every fan watching saw the contrast: a true heavyweight champion versus a YouTube hype machine pretending to be a fighter. Joshua's measured approach highlights not only his power but his ring IQ, turning what Jake thought would be a spectacle into a lesson in humility. The boxing world was reminded why skill, composure, and timing always outweigh hype.
Joshua, I think that he needed to get the job done inside the distance, and he done it. Look, he could have done it at any given point. I think that he could have cut the ring off whenever he wanted to and got Jake Paul out of there. He took his time on that. He allowed Jake Paul to run around like a rabbit and throw the occasional shot from time to time, and I think he only landed one clean punch, didn't he, Anthony Joshua? And that was the one that broke his jaw in.
Duke McKenzie exposes Jake Paul's complete lack of ambition and skill. His entire strategy was survival, not boxing. Running, hiding, and hoping to escape AJ's mastery only magnified his incompetence. The humiliation is complete: a fighter thinking he could compete against a world-class heavyweight, only to reveal he was outclassed from the first bell. Anthony's dominance made Jake's evasions look desperate and cartoonish. Every evasive move was a reminder that this was never a fair fight. AJ dictated the pace, space, and outcome. Jake's fantasy of standing toe-to-toe with a real champion shattered publicly, teaching him and the audience a brutal lesson in respect, preparation, and reality.
Jake Paul knew exactly what his tactics would be going into that fight. He was in there just to survive. He wasn't in there to win. He didn't even try to win. He couldn't win. So when you know in your mindset, you know in your mind's eye, I can't win that fight. What do? I've got to survive. How do I survive? I've got to run like a thief in the night.
Pain Game lays bare Jake Paul's pathetic game plan: evade, hold, and pray AJ couldn't land a knockout. Dropping to his knees for weak takedowns was nothing short of desperate theatrics. Anthony Joshua's ring intelligence and power neutralized every attempt, making Jake look completely amateurish. Fans witnessed a total mismatch, with Joshua patiently dissecting his opponent while Jake scrambled for survival. This fight highlighted the brutal reality: hype and showmanship can't replace skill, timing, and raw power. Jake Paul's antics became comedic in the eyes of true boxing fans, while Anthony's dominance solidified his status as an elite heavyweight who can turn any overconfident challenger into a cautionary tale.
He didn't just run, but generally, the game plan was to run a lot, hold whenever he had to. He dropped his knees for a fucking takedown quite a lot.
The fallout from Jake Paul's catastrophic night didn't just humiliate him, it set the stage for the ultimate showdown. Anthony Joshua reminded the boxing world why he's a legitimate force, and now Logan Paul, fueled by bravado, has the audacity to call out AJ. Let's be real, Logan has watched his brother crumble and now wants a taste of the same medicine. The boxing world is stunned. A man who thrives on clicks and hype thinks he can step into the ring with a true heavyweight champion who just exposed his brother's frailty. Joshua isn't just powerful, he's methodical, intelligent, and ruthless when the opportunity presents itself. Logan stepping up would be the height of comedy, a live demonstration of why skill beats spectacle every single time. Fans are already speculating, analysts are debating, and social media is exploding. One thing is certain: if this fight happens, it won't be about Logan Paul, it will be about AJ dismantling another YouTube pretender. Comment below, do you think Logan even has a chance, or will AJ turn this call-out into another unforgettable highlight reel? The boxing world is watching.